good evening. Welcome to Just Coastal Conversations, episode 8. Hope I'm audible because I have changed my setup actually. Just let me know if I'm audible or no so that I'm very sure and I can continue. Uh, Owen D'Souza, welcome. It's a great feeling to be here. Today we have guest who's well known, Jason Lobo. Is since young age he started his music journey, and he has worked hard for whatever he is today. So we are very happy to have him here on our show. I am very glad to welcome him. So I think he will be joining us in a bit. Uh, Welcome, Savin Narona. Welcome, Sailesh Vegas. Welcome. Welcome everyone to episode 8 of Just Coastal Conversations, CoCo. So, as I said, today's guest is none other than Jason Lobo. Just making sure if I'm audible to everyone, because if someone can just tell me, just put a thumbs up. It would be really great because I changed my setup and I just want to make sure that I'm pretty much audible to the viewers. Okay, right. So I'm audible. I guess he should be joining us now. Why? Jason, are you able to join? I sent you a request. Hello.
Hello, ಆಯ್ತಾ?
why ಆಯ್ತಾ? It's fine.
ಕ್ಯಾಮ್ರಲ್ಲಿ particular
No, Saman sir, you are perfect.
Okay.
ಆಯ್ತಾ ಮುझे voice audible ಆಮು?
Why audible sir?
Okay, perfect. First of all, welcome Jason to Just Coastal Conversations. We are very glad and fortunate to have you on our show. Very happy. How do you feel to be here?
It's really a pleasure. It's my first time being here in a talk show, Instagram live.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I think you recently joined Instagram, right? You were not on Instagram. You're not that.
Yeah. I guess it's been a year, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you're not mostly into social media, just into singing, and more of music, I guess, right?
Yeah. No, the thing was like I got my own personal phone after my PU. So
Okay.
I wasn't very active on social media because I didn't have a phone. So after then I started because I needed that for my art, for the people who follow me. So I need to be connected with them. So social media is a great place
Right.
for that.
Right. Okay, Jason, to tell about you, I know since a very young age, you started, training yourself into music. Okay, if I'm not wrong, probably from the age of 5, you have started training. So could you please tell something about your journey? How did it start? What made you choose this? And possibly it might be a passion, or were you interested since your childhood?
Actually, I was passionate about music since my childhood. Like I didn't know that, but my parents, they saw that in me. So since childhood, our parents, like I have an elder sister, who is 4 years elder to me, Joylin Lobo. So both of us, our parents had always put us into everything. Everything you could think of, be it karate, be it drawing, swimming, sports, extracurriculars, our vocal classes, like the music classes. guitar, keyboard. So we were actually into everything. And my sister, on the other hand, she was good with everything. We both were doing. So I was, kind of, not so good, or not so good as her in everything I was doing. But it's just that music was the one which was there from the beginning and is still there. So that was the one field that I had, love and passion towards, and I'm still being consistent with that. Yes.
I think your consistency, your hard work, your dedication has made you achieve this level. So I'm very happy because I have been following you since a very long time, and
Okay.
since the time you have I saw you in MTG,
Okay.
Mulatalo Gaitalo, the
Yeah.
reality show. Since then and now to so you are the finalist on the top
Yes.
six,
Yes.
if I'm not wrong. So, okay, from winning Kalagan at the age of 10 to now, featuring yourself at Sod, how do you feel?
So it was always, it was always a dream for me. Like as a child, I used to always watch so being, telecasted on the TV, and it was a wish from within. Like someday, I wish I would be there on that stage, that ambience, that studio.
Right, right,
And we had back then, I had no idea. Like it was not so what you call familiar with people, how things go out, and the shows, how it's being. So it was a curiosity. So, and that curiosity being, I'm living that. So it's absolutely a wonderful feeling indeed. Yeah.
right, right. So you must have given your whole self, your whole self to it. I think you have got trained through various, what do you say, gurus, if I get the right
Yes.
word here. So you have been to a lot of, what do you say, training, and probably that might have, led you to be here. So it's very happy feeling. I think a lot of comments have been popping. I could see some. Hi, Jason. I'm your crazy fan. Says Shailesh Vegas. Okay, we have
Okay.
Shravya. I saw her comment saying very humble person. Really nice to see all these things. Really nice to see that young
Yeah.
generation growing up. Basically your dedication. It's your hard work, your efforts. But anyways. Okay, so if you could sing one song for us here before we proceed, if you could
Yeah.
sing,
Sorry.
which
Yes.
song have you chosen?
So, to begin with, since Konkani is my mother tongue, and that's what has
Yes,
given me
right.
what I am today. So I would like to begin with a beautiful song by Victory Members, Uzuat Sandre Maso.
Okay,
So I have
right,
also
great.
prepared my guitar here. So I just just let me know if my voice is audible too.
Yeah, you're audible, you're audible.
Guitar is audible.
Yes, yes.
Guitar is overpowering? No, right?
No,
It's
no,
fine, right?
it's fine, it's fine. I think
Okay.
we can ask the viewers, if you can let us know.
Yeah.
I think you can go on. If there's some
Yes.
issues, we
Yes,
will,
definitely.
stop you.
Surely, yes. Usmatsinde matso, pyane ke traso, todal potana tuja. So big this time to aja, suntos ke do, tostango kanozo, astana tu moga, bhagale kamoja. Usuat sande matso, pyane ke traso, todal potana puja. So give this time aja, santos quedo muzo, tos tango knudo, hasta tu moga, bagle moja. Yore, 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 moga, नाचोया पूर्वेच्या चंद्रापुरा चांदणे असा बघूया मजा पूर्वेची रात आमका मेळना सुरदा
Well, that was so euphonious to hear, so soothing,
Thank
very
you.
nice. You have sung really well. I know, I've heard you singing, so I know how you sing, so there's no question about it. But really nice. Just curious to know, like, how many instruments do you play? Like, which all instruments do you play?
I've learned instruments so that I have a base of everything.
Yes.
But I didn't dedicate myself completely into learning its instruments.
Okay.
Like I play the guitar, I've learned the tabla, keyboard, and so the harmonium, which is of course the tanpura. So all these instruments are just to backers. So I've always focused myself more into my vocals. So
Right.
the instruments, I can't say I'm a professional in what I play, but I'm capable of backing myself. So that was the main motive of even learning individual instruments also. Yes.
All right. Okay. So normally, what happens is when you are into something, there are some challenges which you face. Like probably at some
Yeah.
point, you might anything of that sort. Like if I have to give you an example, suppose if I want to do something, there are some challenges that you face. Like someone might not let you do, or in your family there is some, like, people, how the present world is. So did
Yes.
you face any challenges while moving yourself further, or like while building yourself, if I can say, like, where you did you face any challenges?
Uh, Challenges are always a part of everyone's journey, I believe.
Right.
So it was I was no exception to the challenge part. So initially I didn't have much challenges. Challenges in the sense like what kind of challenges are you mentioning about?
Suppose if I say you're into music, so at any
Yes.
point of time, did you feel that for some reason that I want to quit this, or I don't want to do this again, or
Yes.
something
Yes.
like that? Because see, you are into a lot of things these days. Might be your academics, might be your extracurricular, and apart from that, I know how hard it is to keep yourself motivated in what you do. Suppose now you're into singing, and every day you have to practice, or possibly you can't lose touch for
Yes.
it. So did you feel
Yeah.
like just giving it up or something like that?
Initially I was very much focused and dedicated into my art and I was balancing everything. But then when you reach a level like where it's just not what you do is not enough. You have to be more than that.
Right.
And so once you get into shows, the people start to recognize you. Your responsibility increases.
Right.
So you have to be more prepared for everything that comes. And I could put it as more than the external what preparation is there. You should be more strong from within. And every time you reach a certain situation, there are hardships, and you have to be mentally strong also. I'll pinpoint this: you have to be mentally strong,
Right.
because there are a lot of things which can emotionally and mentally break down. You as an individual, you might feel lost, or when, and especially these days, when there are countries back-to-back shoots, there are recordings. So it's become like I just I do my work, I sleep, wake up, run to college, do my work. So it's kind of stressful.
It's
And
kind of routine,
even
like, you
yeah,
have that routine set up
it's a
there.
routine. Yeah. And even to maintain yourself, like even your vocals, it's a lot of effort. It needs a lot of effort to keep yourself fit. Just like a sports person, your voice is a muscle. It's nothing but a muscle. So there are even a little bit of stress matters a lot, and it can affect and hinder your singing also. So, and the main challenges are, it's a phase of life where you start to experience things, where you start to get used to things like, be it social media, be it interacting with people. When people come to know you, and you are seen as an inspiration, or a model where there are people
Yes.
following you. So it's a responsibility. and
Right,
it's
right,
not always easy to keep the mark or be perfect. Initially, I had this concept of perfectionism. So it was actually when I look back, I feel it was not good because you have to accept yourself as a human. That is the
right.
main thing, and you have to always keep yourself calm. You cannot be perfect in everything you do. Every day is not the same. So it's a phase of life where you get to know
Phase of
yourself, and gradually it becomes normal, and yeah. So these
yeah.
are the challenges that you
Right, right.
actually
I think
yeah.
I agree with whatever you said because no one is perfect in what they do. There
Yes,
is every person does a mistake, and you said one point, humanity, like that's what you meant. So first thing is that the humanity, you should show that you
yes,
should have that within you. That is what can back you up every day. Caste creed religion is always
yes.
there, but
And
humanity is what.
yes, and music, it's so pure that there's no boundaries in music.
Right, right.
Anyways, it's always it's a purity, and even every artist, if we have to perform on stage, we need that amount of purity within us. If we
Right.
don't have that purity, if we are not because an artist, I'll give you an example, a glimpse of an experience which I had been through. So I had been to Aloysius degree. So there was this Konkani club. So they had organized a training session. Like uh, we would work. I would work with Kalang and Matsuban. So we had a team, and we used to train the interested individuals on the traditional Konkani songs and about the heritage of Konkani and stuff. So the Konkani club of Aloysius, they had called us for the same purpose. And after the session, there was this old person, elderly person. He was probably in his mid age. So he had been from Goa. They had some visit in the college, and he had also attended with the rest of the people for the event, for the training session. So after the session, I was just walking away. I was just leaving the room, and he came and he bowed down to my feet. He was an elderly person. He bowed to my feet, and I was really surprised. I was shocked as to why he was doing that because it was the first time, and it doesn't feel good because he's very elder to you, and somebody does that. It felt strange initially, but then I asked him, said, why are you doing like this? You are so elder to me. So and he replied, I'm not honoring you, and or I'm not touching your feet. I'm honoring and respecting the artist within you.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
respecting the artist within you. So that day I realized, how special it is and how privileged and responsible it is to be an artist. So there is that amount of purity you require inside yourself.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Completely. I just got goosebumps when you said that because, see, normally we don't understand the inner talent which we have, or unless and until we work hard towards it, there might be some things we are very good at. Sometimes we are late when we understand things. So I think
Yes.
you have understood at a very young age, and since just because you started at a very young age, you got a right platform, you had a goal in your mind, and I think you're really doing good at your whatever you have been doing. And you have also given a lot of stage programs or performances, concerts.
Yes.
So, any rough idea like how many concerts you have been into, and how was your experience giving these concerts? What have you got to learn from these concerts?
Um, I right now I can't say that I have performed in so many concerts that I can't remember because I have performed in a a countable number of good number of concerts. So every concert, every performance, it's a different experience altogether.
Right, right.
And these days it's all live, so you have to perform in a studio. So even though it's an outdoor performance, it's actually not more on the preparation you do, but more on the way you render yourself on that moment.
Right,
The
right.
preparation and all. If you're nervous, if you're scared, it's all a part of that journey where you get to explore yourself and explore how things are, how the experiences of various performances. Um, so and I personally love to go to different places and perform. So
I think you
it's
have been
actually
to
not
Kuwait,
just.
right? If I'm not wrong, have you been to
No, no,
Kuwait?
I haven't been to Kuwait. That was a live
Live
session.
performance.
So it was pre-recorded
Tulu,
in Bangalore itself.
Tulu, Tulu Parba, organized by Tulu
Tulu
Kutumba.
Parva, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So it was a live session. I've never been to Gulf. I have a
Okay.
dream and wish to be there once.
Surely you'll make it one day.
The COVID is not at all with me in that thing. So it was a live concert. It was pre-recorded in Bangalore itself. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so back to the point where I was telling. So I like to, travel and have a performance at a concert because it's a whole new experience altogether. When you
Exactly.
travel to a place, and the best thing is the humility of the people who call you there. They treat you so special that it feels like, huh, it was really, worth the effort you
Yeah.
had
Right.
taken to be there, and it feels really good actually.
Right. When you get that appreciation, you feel more motivated to come out better each day. So that is
Yes.
always there. So Johan Chris Lewis is here. Hi, Johan. Johan is also a team member of Coastal Vibes. So he
Okay.
doesn't join often, but today I'm very shocked to see him here. So welcome, Johan. Welcome to Just Coastal Conversations. Okay. So moving further, if you can, before we go to the next question, if you can sing a song for us here again, it would be really nice to
Okay.
hear your soothing voice, that can calm our ears.
So since you mentioned the Tulupalpa event, which was
Yeah,
recently live in Kuwait, I told you. So I'll render the same composition, a Tulu
surely.
composition, which I had rendered for the event. ಕಥೆಯೊಂಜಿ ಮೋಕೆದ ಶುರುವಾಡೆ ಕಣವೊಂಜಿ ರಂಗದ ಮೊಡೆದಾಡೆ ಪದ ಪದಲ ಸೇರುಂದು ಕವಿತೆದ ಸಾಲಾಗಿ ಪೊಲ್ಲುಳು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅಲ್ಲಡೆ ಸುದೆ ಕಡಲೆ ಅರಿವೇದ ಓಡೀಡು ಒಂಜಾಡೆ ಓಲಾ ರಾಪಿನ ಚಿಟ್ಟೆ ಓಮಾ ಹೂವನ ತೋಟ ಎಂಚಿನ ಸೋಜಿಗ ಮುಂಜಾವುಂದುಂಡು ತೂಪಿನ ಕಣ್ಣೆಗೆ ಮುಂಜಾವುಂದುಂಡು ಬಣ್ಣ ತುಂಜಿ ಬದುಕು ಶುರುವಾಡಿಗೆ ಕಥೆಯೊಂಜಿ ಶುರುವಾಡೆ ಕಣವೊಂಜಿ ರಂಗದ ಹೊಡೆದಾಡೆ ಪದ ಪದರ ಸೇರೊಂದು ಕವಿತೆದ ಸಾಲಾಡಿ ಪೊಲ್ಲುಡು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಹರಡೆ ಸುದೆ ಕಡಲೆ ಅಳಿಬೇದ ಓಡಿಡೆ ಒಂಜಾಡಿ வித்து மாயக்க முகலே தெத்து ಭೂಮಿದ ಉಡಲೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿದ ಬಯಕೆಗೆ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕೊರಡ ಮೂಕೆದ ಮಣ್ಣಿನದೆ ನೆಲಕ್ಕವು ದೊರಿಡ ೀರಾ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಬನಿ ಪಾಯ ಕಥೆಯೊಂಜಿ ಮುಖ್ಯದ ಶುರುವಾಡೆ ಕಣವೊಂಜಿ ರಂಗದ ಒಡೆದಾಡೆ ಪದ ಪದಲ ಸೇರೊಂದು ಕವಿತೆದ ಸಾಲಾಡಿ ಪೊಲ್ಲುಡು ಮನಸ್ಸು ಅರಡೆ ಸುಡಿ ಕಡಲು ಅಳಿವೆದ ಓಡಿಯಡೆ ಮುಂಜಾನೆ.
Oh, amazing. Too good, too good, too good. Well, I assume, or correct me if I'm wrong. You sing in all languages, right? Like Tulu,
Yeah.
Konkani, Kannada, English,
Yeah.
Hindi. I mean, okay. The next song, if you could sing in Hindi, or would like to hear your voice. How? Not now.
Anyhow,
A bit
okay,
later.
okay, yes, yes.
Fine. You have featured yourself or rendered your vocals in many albums. So how was that feeling?
Yeah.
To which was your first album where you have rendered your voice?
So even for the concept of albums, I was very curious as a child to always have my picture on the albums. So I would be
Okay.
always have that craving from within. Like someday I would see my name and picture on an album, and then once I started getting opportunities to sing for the albums, it was really I was filled with joy, and I had my vocal riyas, and I was always already prepared. So it was a great feeling to render my vocals for the albums. My first album was Salam to Kakueta.
Hmm.
It was by
Gratian D'Souza.
Gratian D'Souza. Yes, it was. He was from Kuwait only. Yeah. So it was my first album for which I had written a song. Kuweta, Kuweta, da 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 da. So it was kind of a jumpy number. So then there were many following that, like devotional albums, and but the thing is, these days, the trend of albums has drastically decreased
Right.
because because everything depends on the demand. So if there's no demand, there's no supply.
Right.
So there's no much support from the listeners and music lovers. It's
Yes,
not
the
like there's no
problem.
support, but yeah,
Just excuse me here, because then the
yes, yes.
problem here is
The CD
there is
players are
people,
not.
people, yeah, CDP are now that
Yes,
everything is
yes,
getting digital,
yeah,
So I
yes.
think I had the same discussion with Prajot, when I was taking this
Okay,
interview, we had the same
okay,
discussion, and we were we had this conversation saying, we have to think that in the future, we need to try to come out with something that can
yes,
help this, that can let people hear. So YouTube is one
yes.
mode, but YouTube not see a newly person who wants to
Yeah.
start YouTube, it might take some time for him to settle there, and
The thing about YouTube and all is, like, we have not yet our music industry, what is there, it's not yet still not come out with the album or the this old era.
right,
So
right.
we are beginning. It's there's nothing like we'll not get into it. So gradually we are getting into YouTube, and Spotify is slowly our local music, original music is getting recognition, and things are getting better. But that change will take a long time, because in our Konkani music, I personally feel that there's there's nothing like what you call a music label, or there's no such a thing as a unity among all the artists, because
Correct.
we can't blame each artist, because it's something which has to be, it has to go like that. So what happens is everybody has their own channel, everybody is doing things personally, so even the viewers, they are diverted, they are
Right,
lost, like whom should they
right,
follow. So everybody comes, do subscribe, do share. So even people in this digital era, they are really confused as to what to watch and what not to watch.
right,
So the thing which really should be getting the amount of response which they should have for the amount of effort the individual composer or the producers have put is not being justified. And
right.
for that one reason, even people who are planning to even do things digitally, they are held back with this thought that will we get even a little bit of what we have put through. And that's a big question. So it completely depends on the listeners and people's support, that if things have to get better in the future.
Right. I feel there should be something in common that can, unite all
Yes,
the Konkani singers. You should
yes,
register to this and then only you are a singer, something like that. Just a thought.
yeah,
But anyways, we
yeah,
have
yeah.
people who are, who will think about it, and, probably in the future something might come up.
Yes.
Anyways, moving further, apart from singing, do you have some hidden talent within, that keeps you active?
Um, I wouldn't say hidden talent, but I love gardening. I love nature.
Right.
Actually, just as I love music, I love nature. So both are balanced. And nature actually, keeps me, really lively and motivated. And I personally feel like I'm more observant, and even in my music, it helps me a lot. So nature has made me more observant, a good listener, and from nature, actually, you get to learn a lot of things. If you have seen on my Instagram, this handle itself, I've even posted of, the plant post, the insects, the frogs, the spiders, the moths, butterflies. So I'm really, passionate and curious about them. I love to learn more about them, and it's kind of hobby. But these days, since I'm more occupied with my music, I'm not finding time for that. So, and hidden talents, um,
So
I'm
you're
not sure.
more
Like if
you're
you,
more of a nature lover, that is something really
yeah,
neat.
yeah, yeah, more of an nature lover.
Okay, so we spoke a lot, but then I forgot to ask you, what are you doing presently?
Uh, Presently, my academics, I am pursuing my secondary degree, BA Roshni Laya.
Okay.
So my subjects are really interesting: psychology, economics, and sociology. Actually, I had taken up commerce in my PU days, but then I was not much into maths and me. We don't have a good relation with each other. So I'm a bit allergic to mathematics. Even numbers, I'm not very fond of numbers. So I thought of why simply force myself into something that I'm not happy with doing. So I shifted to arts BA, and the subjects are really interesting, and I'm really passionate about what I'm learning.
Right.
And apart from that, currently, so the contest, as you know, is going on. So what you see is just a telecast of all the hard work and effort that's being done behind the scenes. So currently, yeah, I'm preparing and work is going on. I can't disclose everything because that's how shows work. And recently, I've even started my YouTube channel. So I was really hesitant as to should I start, should I not, like wait for some long time, some more time. But then finally, I decided to start my own channel, and yeah, it's going on good. So would need people's support and
Surely.
love as they're covering always. So
So,
yeah, and also as the aspiring composer tag you had added in the
right,
post,
right,
right?
right, right.
So actually I can't say I'm a professional composer or actually initially the thing was I wouldn't take up projects as a composer because I didn't feel prepared from within that because composition is such a creative and such a uh, what you call you cannot expect the output or outcome because it completely depends on that moment and the thought process, the way you're feeling, and to give justice to the lyrics, you need a great amount of potential and capability and peace of mind from within. So Father Jossi, he had called me during the lockdown time. He told me there's one lyrics I've written. It's not. It's a beautiful song, not completely based on Corona, but it's based on how we are, not being close to nature, and we're forgetting the things which we should actually care about. So it was a really good lyrics, but it was a really good composition. So I told father like I'm not completely into composition. I can't guarantee you that I could render or give you a really good composition. But then I didn't. I thought why not? Because I had composed songs earlier as during my initial days. So then I thought, let's give it a try. And after 3 days, I felt like I'll call him up and I tell him like I don't think I could do that because I had a tune in mind, but I couldn't find a composition. When you start something, you have to it's really a unique
Right,
phase,
right.
and each composition it depends. on how, as I mentioned the previous points. So then after 3 days, I took it as a challenge and I sat down in peace. And, spontaneously, it comes out from me. A composition is nothing like, I could say it's a part of you, somewhere it's there hidden. And the lyrics, which the lyricist write, it makes sure acts as a medium and brings out that composition which is hidden in you to the limelight. And in that way, Hey Prithvil, it should have been released a long time back, but due to certain circumstances, it's not yet released. And in the past years, I could say, I've been working on many amazing projects, which I myself am really, what do you call them? Really happy actually to put forward to the world. But due to many reasons, they are still not, reached a stage where they could, come out. So I'm waiting for that also. Yes.
Right. Soon you will. I think you have got a lot of knowledge about music, I mean, basically about music. So
Yes.
when you're speaking only, I can understand. Since you have been doing it since a very young age, and you have earned it. So that's something really nice to know, and I'm very glad and fortunate to host a
Yeah.
person like you. Feels very. I'm very
Thanks.
happy. So
I,
mind,
you know, yes.
someone says
I
my favorite
totally
singer.
couldn't say that it's what I am or my effort, because it's it's a blessing of people, love of people, and also the I told you, nature has made me observant. So I don't talk a lot in even in the school or even in college days. I'm by myself. So I'm not someone who is very like the way we are conversing now. You wouldn't find me the same way if you had saw me somewhere outside. So I'm very observant, and I love to observe things more than speaking. So that one aspect. Now, if people ask me, whom do you consider as a role model or an inspiration? I personally don't take someone only an individual as an inspiration, because I take the good in everybody, everyone around me, and all these experiences. And like, since you told me you sound very informative or very
Yes.
knowledgeable about music, I can't say that, because it's not about being into music since an early age, but it's the experiences, the people you meet, and that's all. It's all a
Right. Right.
mixture that brings out that output in you. So I
Right.
can't boast myself that I'm the only reason for what I am today. It's all blessings and love of everyone and people like you. So yeah,
Right, exactly. Yeah. See, when you when you meet people, when you talk to them, or see, you need a exposure. You can't be
yes,
at home, and
yes,
if I can say right word would be extrovert and introvert. There is
yes,
this thing. So yeah.
yes,
So that might give you a push, like if you mingle with people, talk to people, know they are
yes,
thinking normally. That can help you grow. So there's a lot of things that we learn from each other, and I think that's what you
yes,
have done. So I'm very happy to host you, and to get you on our show. I think also you have been a part of Denzel's. I forgot the name, Blue Angels Choir.
Blue Angels Choir, yes, yes.
Yeah, he's also
So
doing an excellent
yeah,
job. That's something
yes.
really nice. So, how's your experience in Blue Angels Choir?
Blue Angels Choir, I'm not like when I find time, Denzel just sends me a
Yeah.
message. Just the way he sent about this live thing, told me there's a page like Coastal Vibes, Aaron D'Souza. So I was like, I first checked out about, because whenever I say yes to anything, I make sure I have a background check of what I'm doing. So I was really passionate and interested to know more about you, and also participate in the event. So it's really been a pleasure. And Blue Angels Choir have collaborated with them twice. Once for a ultimate Bollywood matchup, and another one was Chris Tamzurai. It was a devotional song.
Hmm.
So both experiences were really amazing, because Denzel himself, he is a professional and he knows what he does. So he's a
Right,
master
right.
of his art, and his passion and his love towards music is really an inspiration to me personally also. And it's always been a pleasure working with him, because the way he organizes things and practices, the preparedness they have as a team. It's really amazing. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, I think tomorrow they are releasing Christmas medley 2021.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we are the social media partners for him. So
Yes.
please do go subscribe to their channel. Don't miss to watch. I think it's at 5 p.m. if I'm not wrong. I think I read it right. I'm not very sure about the time, but then it's tomorrow. Yeah, if I'm not wrong, it's tomorrow. So kindly to the viewers out here, kindly go to their channel, subscribe, support them. There's a lot of hard work which they put in. It's
Yes.
it's we who need to support them for what they do, and that's when we all can grow together. That's all. That's all I can say here. So please do go and subscribe to their channel, and don't miss to watch their Christmas medley that's going to be premiering tomorrow. Okay. Moving further, out of all these, now Jason, you have been to probably more of a music kind of life. So, out of your experiences in and out, if you can share your experiences here with us, how was your life journey since the start till now? And you have been also preparing for your SOD finals. So, I wish you all the very best for that.
Thank you.
Hope to see you crowned as. What Raikogul. So
Thank
I wish you
you.
all the very best. If you could
Thank
just
you.
before I have something like CoCo round random questions. I'll be asking you some random questions. Before that,
Okay.
if you could share your or probably you can give your message out of your experiences in life. You can share a message which might inspire people like you, aspiring composers, aspiring singers like you. Yeah, please.
Um, so since I already told you, my music journey it's been really, I could say in one word, amazing, because you know I didn't expect that I would be here. I would be live on Coastal Vibes also. So the thing is, every part of your journey, it's a blessing actually. The people you meet, the experiences, and for the people who are watching, since you asked for something inspiration. So I personally would like to share something about my journey. The main thing what has what makes me feel confident is my education, because many people I've seen, like in our locality, or even in our uh,
Neighborhood.
what do you call it? Not neighborhood, like the people around.
Vicinity.
They don't give much focus to art more as much as they do to education and sports, because talking in the perspective of a vocalist, we are also a sportsman, just a cricketer. The amount of effort they take, the warm-ups. So there are many things which you have to consider, before even singing a song. And many people take it for granted, and they consider learning music as not to be as what you call, not so inspiring, or not something which is very fascinating. But whereas when it comes to other fields, they are very more focused. So if people, if they could possibly try to learn any art for that matter, even drawing, or there are a lot of talents these days, and it's really inspiring and really amazing to watch such talent. But then there are certain people who preach that it just comes out of from me. It's just natural, because there might be who are blessed, or very blessed, or what you call as child prodigies. But doing something with knowledge and doing something without knowledge has a zameen asman ka farak.
Yes,
So
yes.
when you are knowledgeable, you wouldn't have to fear anyone, and that's really been a blessing in my musical journey. Because whenever I meet composers, whenever I meet people who approach me to music, they make sure that they are approaching me with the right initiative, because I've made myself such that nobody takes advantage of me. So knowledge is something which gives you power. So my the keyword to all the aspiring vocalists or artists would be: try to learn your art. And practicing is actually more important than exposure, because these days exposure is really easy. You could start your own channel, or you could use social media very wise manner. But then in the same way, you have to be prepared for that. A preparation is also because if you don't have anything inside you, you can't give out to people. So you have to learn to acquire knowledge. Even I myself, I'm not full yet. So there's a lot of lot to learn and lot to explore and lot to do. So the always keeping yourself learning, keeping yourself as a student, and humbling yourself and being more uh, a good listener will definitely make a big difference in every artist or individual's life.
Right, right, right. Yes, absolutely. There should be times where we should learn to listen
Yes,
also, that can help
yes,
us a lot. Not every time we should talk, but listening also can help
yes.
us sometimes. I think that's all from uh, career perspective, what I want to get it out. We are going to the CoCo round. That is just normal questions, nothing very personal, just fun
Okay.
kind of questions. Okay, the first question goes this way. What has been a funny advice that someone has given you?
Funny advice that uh, if you have done the question, I could be prepared actually. I'm not getting anything.
It's fine, Okay, any advice? Okay, not a funny advice. Any advice that someone has given you till now, you remember, and you have implemented that advice in your life. Anything of that sort?
Hmm. Advice. Many people have advised me a lot, and because of that advice, I'm what I am today. But then funny advice, I'm not able to recall any.
Okay, anyways, it's fine. We'll switch to the next
Probably the
question.
funny advice in a sarcastic manner would be music has no scope. Or so yes.
Yeah, people think, okay, I forgot to ask you, any plans of, stepping into Indian Idol or giving your auditions to Indian Idol? Now we can see Nihal Tauro,
Yes,
and
yes.
probably in the future, we will get to see you.
So reality shows. It's if I would not portray it personally, just to me, it's actually kind of stressful. The whole process of the reality show, it's actually stressful. You constantly are under pressure of preparing for the next round, the shoot timings, and you have to keep yourself informed, the people's comments, and as I said, mentally and spiritually, you have to be really strong. And the journey, even the shoots, they are at times really stressful. So uh, as of now, after Soul, the Soul will soon come to an end. So after Soul, I'm not planning of any reality shows. As I said earlier,
Yes.
preparation from within is more needed than outside exposure. I'm not somebody who likes to be very popular. Just because I am a singer. If I have to be recognized, it should be through my effort and through what
Right.
I am passionate about. So I personally, right now, I don't have any plans about being Indian Idol or any national show for that matter, because I personally feel I have a lot yet to learn and consider myself when I feel I'm prepared, when I feel consider myself worthy of being to such shows. I would definitely try for that, but as of now, I have no plans. And more than reality shows, it's all about you learning things. So even in my Hindustani vocals, there's a lot to learn. It's an ocean. Music is an ocean, and yeah, I would prefer more of giving my time into learning than getting into reality shows. But reality shows are a wonderful experience. They teach you a lot, and once you come out of the show, you feel that within yourself. There are certain shows which you don't feel mentally good. It irritates you, but there are certain shows which make you feel a better version of yourself. And reality shows, since you reach a larger audience, so even people are aware about your art, and you get a lot of exposure. But then, personally, it would be I would prefer practicing and getting myself better than just exposing myself and getting famous. Yes.
Right, right, right. Straight things. That's really nice of you. Something that you're open to. Well, okay. Moving to the next question. What has been your favorite memory this year?
This year, sleeping at home and listening to online classes. Because
No, since when you started your offline classes? When did it start?
offline classes, just began a month ago. So
Okay.
until then, we had online classes. So because of this COVID thing, actually, I personally, being the kind of person I am, I loved lockdown because it was a time where I would get back into myself, in nature, my music, and things were going really smooth, and it was a really great time for me. So
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Okay, fine. The next question. What is the craziest, most daring thing you have ever done?
Craziest, most daring thing I've ever done. Tomorrow there's telecast of Soul 5 at 12 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So we had this round called Mando Round. The is being circulated, so it'll be aired tomorrow. So no, dance. I personally am not a big fan of dance, and I personally feel I'm not at all a great dancer. So for the Mando Round. We are doing me and Lisa De Silva. So we made sure that we give the best of what is possible, and we approached Rahul D'Souza, who is the current leader of Not So Bad. So he choreographed us into the Mando dance, and to be honest, first time on television I ever danced, and
Okay.
so that would
We'll
be
get to
the
see
most
that.
daring thing I've ever done. Yes,
Yeah, we'll get to see that tomorrow, right? I'll have a
yes,
watch.
surely, definitely do watch this.
Sure, sure. Okay, the next question. What talents do you possess that not a lot of people know?
Um, Talents. Hmm. No, I'm always honest with people. So the people who know me, they know what I am completely in and out. And hidden talents, as you mentioned the previous question also. So there's nothing like something hidden because I like always to be straightforward with what
Yes,
I have in mind, and
yes.
I'm always expressive. So I guess to
Yes.
people who feel I am not so expressive and talkative, that would be the hidden talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. What do you like? Sorry, wrong question. If you could make a difference in the world, what would you be known for?
If I could make difference in the world. Um, there are many things actually. I personally feel at certain situations or times that I could be inspiration or I could be the change. So I can't talk about in the perspective of the world because that's really a huge subject. But then personally, what I do is when I feel certain things are not right or when I feel certain things could be better, I try myself to be the change rather than making sure the crowd is the one who is doing that. So be it small things like keeping things clean or uh, very very minute things which the world might feel it's very huge, but then coming to the world concept, it's the change that an individual does that makes an impact to the world. So I don't have something that I could be such a huge inspiration that the world could be inspired. But then it's like I just keep on doing what I do as what I am naturally do, be it my music, be it nature or anything for that matter. So inspiration is something what people take from you. It's not that you try to implement on people. So in the journey, there might be a thing, there might be a point where somebody out there might be inspired, and there have been instances. So I consider that as an inspiration and nothing else, to be honest.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. The last question. What is the first thing people notice in you? About you.
Probably I'm very tall. That is the first thing that everybody tells me. तू कितना
Okay.
लंबा से सही बात.
Okay.
That is the first thing that people notice about me. Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, that's all from this side. Before concluding, one last song from you. If you could hear one last song, it would be
Yeah.
really nice. So, yeah,
Okay.
please.
So I have in store a Hindi song, a Kannada song, also an English song. That would,
Fine.
I would
Go
leave
on.
upon.
English, Hindi, Kannada. You can sing, no problem.
No, if time permits, I would like to ask the viewers which would they like to listen.
Yes, viewers, please send hearts, when Jason is singing so that, it might be some pump for him to sing.
Okay. So I think since you mentioned about English recently, I'll render an English composition.
Sure, sure.
So yeah. I'm sorry, I don't recall the composer. It's the song it's amazing. It's very close to my heart. Uh, actually, I love his works, but I'm currently not able to remember his songs. So if anybody remembers, just mention it down there.
Yeah.
So I'll begin with it. Yeah.
Okay, Denzel is here. Welcome, Denzel. Denzel Pereira. I already announced about your. Yeah, please go on,
Okay.
Jason. Yeah, we'll
Yes,
continue
yes.
later.
It's amazing how you can speak right to my heart. Without saying a word, you can light up the dark. My eyes are made, I can never define what's been said between your heart and my heart. With a smile on your face, lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes, saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hands says you'll catch me wherever I fall. You say it best when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. But when you hold me near, you drown out the crowd. Try and they can never define what's been said between your heart and mine. The smile on your face lets me know that you need me. There's a truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. The touch of your hands says you'll catch me wherever I fall. You say that when you say nothing at all. You say that when you say nothing at all.
Wow, wow,
Yeah.
amazing. Really nice.
Yes.
I've heard this song, but then see, I'm very bad at remembering this composition
Yeah,
and the
I
artist.
personally, I myself don't recall the artist of this. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
But I've heard the song. It was really nice to hear it from you.
Thank you.
Okay, since you have in store two more songs, you can, go on. I think we can take a
Okay,
little bit
sure.
time. So we
Yeah.
have viewers also watching. Send some hearts to Jason.
So water, plays a very important role
Yes, right.
in life for vocalists. So, keeping our voice is, all time prepared and in a state, because these days anytime I get a call, anytime I get a message that there's a recording, so it's like it's been like almost 3-4 years where things are going on well. So always it's a responsibility to keep yourself um, perfect, not perfect. I
Right.
wouldn't say perfect, but in a stage where you could give your best at
I,
times.
I think you have to
So
take I think you have to take care of your voice very what do you say?
yeah,
It's like what do you say? Very
it's the
I'm
biggest
not getting
pleasure. Yeah,
yeah, I'm not getting the right word. Like so, you can't have cold, and that can
yeah.
help you. Fine. Okay, go on.
Initially I would be, very restrictive, in terms of all those cold things and oily food, chocolates. So, because, and then I personally had a lot of problems, be it the nasal polyps. So, whenever I used to, get stressed or, under pressure, and even natural also. It would block my nasal cavities, and it's really hard to sing when you can't breathe.
Right.
Breathe, breath, and having a comfortable voice, having a good voice. It's actually a big blessing. So at times, at certain recordings or concerts, you're not at your best, but still, when you live that ambience, when you're there at that moment, you feel a sense of energy from within. That artist within you kicks in, and you just end up giving your best. So, always, these days I'm not so, particular about things. I keep myself calm and, what you call it, being chill. So, but then not all the time. When I need to be, restrictive about certain things, I do take care. But I don't, force myself or keep myself very restrictive to all those things, because
Yes. Sometimes,
ultimately it
sometimes
all
here and
depends
there,
on the mind. Yeah,
sometimes here and there it happens. Always
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't be very restrictive for
Yes,
yourself. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
yeah.
Great. The
So
next song.
moving on to the next song, I've prepared a Hindi song for all the viewers, Tere Sangyara.
Okay.
So
Nice.
sung by Ativatnam, composed by Alka Prabhu Mukherjee, and lyrics by Manoj Muntasir. So Tere Sangyara for y'all. तेरे संग यारा कुछ रंग बहारा तू रात दीवानी मैं ज़र्द सितारा ओ करम खुदाया तुझे मुझसे मिलाया है तुझ पे मर के तो मुझे जीना आया है तो तेरे संग गाना खुश रंग बहारा तू रात दीवानी मैं जर्द सितारा ओ तेरे संग गाना खुश रंग बहारा मैं तेरा हो जाऊं जो तू कर दे इशारा कहीं किसी भी गली में जाऊं मैं तेरी खुशबू से टकराऊं मैं हर रात चाहता है मुझे वो ख्वाब तू तेरा मेरा मिलना दस्तूर है तेरे होने से मुझ में नूर है मैं सुना सा एक आसमां में था ओ करम खुदाया है तुझे मैंने जो पाया है तुझ पे मर के ही तो मुझे जीना आया है तो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहाना तू रात दीवानी मैं सर्द सितारा वो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहाना तेरे बिना तो न जीना गवारा मैंने छोड़े हैं बाकी सारे रास्ते बस आया हूँ तेरे पास रे मेरी आंखों में तेरा नाम है पहचान ले सब कुछ मेरे लिए तेरे बाद है सौ बातों की एक बात है मैं न जाऊंगा कभी तुझे छोड़ के ये जान ले वो करम खुदाया है तेरा प्यार जो पाया है तुझ पे मर के ही तो मुझे जीना आया है वो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहारा तू रात दीवानी मैं सर्द सितारा वो तेरे संग यारा खुश रंग बहारा मैं बहता मुसाफिर तू ठहरा किनारा
Wow. Too good, too good. Really nice.
Thank you.
I felt like the original, voice. It felt that way. Would you want to sing another song, or let's conclude?
Anyhow,
I mean, you
you
can
want to
sing.
hear a song?
You can sing. I
Okay,
think the
good.
viewers would love to listen to you singing. I mean,
Okay. So, I'll actually render a ghazal. It's
okay,
not completely a ghazal. It's a semi-classical kind of composition. It's very
right.
close to my heart. It's the name is Apni Apni Seema Unka. So it's composed by Ghanshyam Vaswani. Just a minute. So in the meantime, I would like to share one thing with the viewers here. So this new year on the first, I'll be releasing my own composition, my first official composition, Dolan Sulpas. So I have a lot of hopes about that composition. I personally believe even people and music lovers might like it. So do subscribe to my channel, and it would really mean a lot.
Right,
Yes.
right. Surely, we'll also try
Yeah.
to help you out, sharing your
Yes.
posts, and hopefully it'll be a good one.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. So this particular song, the reason I personally love compositions which have a really deep meaning hidden in them. So I'm a big fan of even the lyrics, the artistic side of the songs. I just don't consider a song because during these experiences I've known how much effort it goes behind every single composition, every word, every single note. It's been taken care of, and so after you yourself get into it, your perspective towards everything changes. So once you are not into something, you don't realize the effort behind that. it's just a song for a listener. But then this particular song, Apni Apni Seema Ka, it has a really, and ghazals are meant for that, because ghazals are actually, they are written by Urdu poets who have a very, deep perspective to things. So if possible, try to, just listen to the lyrics, because it has a very deep meaning which will benefit our every individual's lives in many ways. So अपनी अपनी सीमाओं का for you all. Yes.
Right.
अपनी अपनी सीमाओं का बंदी है पैमाना, अपनी अपनी सीमाओं का बंदी है पैमाना, उतना ही दुनिया को समझा, उतना ही दुनिया को समझा, जितना खुद को जाना है। अपनी अपनी सीमाओं का बंदी है पैमाना, अपने आप से प्यार है जिसको, प्यारी है हर शय उसको, अपने आप से प्यार है जिसको, प्यारी है हर शय उसको, इतनी बात है सच है बाकी, इतनी बात है सच है बाकी, जो कुछ है अफसाना है। अपनी अपनी सीमाओं का बंदी है पैमाना, रोज नया दर्द, रोज नई शब, बीत गया सो बीत गया, रोज नया दर्द, रोज नई शब, बीत गया सो बीत गया, रोज नया कुछ पाने को है, रोज नया कुछ खोना है, रोज नया कुछ खोने को है, रोज नया कुछ आना, उतना ही दुनिया को समझा, उतना ही दुनिया को समझा, जितना खुद को जाना है। अपनी अपनी सीमाओं का बंदी है पैमाना, पैदा होना पैदा मरने तक जीते रहना, पैदा होना पैदा मरने तक जीते रहना एक कहानी है जो सबको एक कहानी है जो सबको अलग अलग दोहराया अपनी अपनी सीमा का पैमाना उतना ही दुनिया को समझा जितना खुद को जाना अपनी अपनी सीमा का पैमाना
Wow, amazing. One thing I noticed about you, you get so involved in the song. That is something really nice to see. Really nice,
Yeah.
Jason. May you achieve, from so you try more of things and become one
Definitely.
day at a level where, people should always say, "Ha, Jason," I should be saying like, "Ah, I took his interview." So I'm very happy to host you. I was, past, I think, normally I wind up in like 1 hour. That's my end. But I took it way further. It was really nice to hear you sing and to know about your journey. I wish you all the very best in
Thank
for
you.
Sodh and also your future, whatever you have planned. May all your
Yeah.
dreams come true. It was a pleasure, and I'm very honored to host you here. Before concluding, you have to say anything to the viewers.
Yeah, to the viewers, uh, it's always been a great feeling and a warm feeling to have such love and gratitude from people. And the thing is, they respect you for your art, and more than that, also for the person you are. So, getting to know people, and also it was really a pleasure to be here. And thank you very much, Alan, for having me here. And my best wishes for all your endeavors and this Coastal Vibes, this initiative which you have started, and the dream or you must have begun it with that vision. So I hope that vision of yours, fulfills gradually. And I wish you all the best to you and your entire team because, as I told you, I really loved the editing, and you mentioned the editors and people who work relentlessly for the same motive. So I wish you all the best for everything, and thank you for having me here. It was really a pleasure, and thanks to all the viewers for their beautiful comments and support throughout the session. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Jason, for those valuable words. Means a lot to me. I hope I can keep up for what you said. Thank you so much again. I think with that, I will, remove you from the live session as I will be,
Surely.
giving a concluding message to the viewers. So thank you so much, Jason. Again, I wish you all the very best for
Thank you,
everything you have
everyone.
planned. And yeah, thank you so much.